Cool. So I start with a quote on every single webinar. This is one of my favorite quotes ever. The most dangerous risk of all, the risk of spending your life not doing what you want on the bet that you can buy yourself the freedom to do it later. Oh, love that one. So I'm just going to start with some facts about us. We are an American-based company. Obviously, we're called Valentis. We launched in 2014, so we're just over 6 years old. We operate in 92 countries globally. Literally insane. A lot of network marketing companies are really just based in a few countries. So sometimes it's like the westernized countries, like the UK, the States, Canada, that kind of thing. We are actually in 92 countries globally, which is pretty amazing for such a young company as well. We're completely debt-free and we're backed by millions in capital. So this company is actually owned by a couple, and they were distributors in the network marketing industry, and they went off and started their own company. And their whole vision for Valentis is it's a company for distributors by distributors, right? They know what it's like to be in the industry. They know, how everything works. And they basically took everything that didn't work, in their previous companies that they were with, and they put it into a company and changed everything so that it would be beneficial for everyone. So that's really what the whole vision of Valentis is. We've been mentioned in the top 3 fastest growing network marketing companies to work with in 2019 and 2020, which is amazing. And the growth with this company, guys, is literally insane. Like, this company is going places, and we don't just say that all the time for like no reason. These are the numbers in the last couple of years. So obviously, keep in mind, launched in 2014. In 2018, we did 17 million in sales. In 2019, we did 90 million. 2020, we did 220 million, and we're estimated for over 300 million in 2021. Right? So that's some insane growth in just a couple of years. And the reason why we have grown so much is because we distribute a growing range of health and wellness products that are both consumable and transportable. And this is why we work. So these are some of the fastest growing industries in the world right now. And when you're with this company, you capitalize on all of those industries. So coffee, weight loss, health and wellness, social media, and home-based business, and the internet, right? Like, those are huge things in the world right now, and those things aren't going anywhere. So we capitalize on all of those in Valentis. Just to touch a bit on what our products are. So we sell health and wellness products. We have 3 now exclusively registered products for Australia and New Zealand. This means that being registered with the government, we can have, say someone had a barbershop or a salon or a cafe, these products can be openly displayed in a place of business because they're registered with the government, and they can be openly sold, displayed. You could do a market stall. You can do so much with these products and just be so creative with the way you sell them. Yeah, they come in powdered form and they come in sachets. So they're easily transported and easily consumed. People, like women, can carry them in their gym bags, or their guys can carry them in their gym bags, or in your, when you're going traveling for business, in your briefcase or whatever. They're all natural, and they were actually formulated by a Nobel Prize Award nominee. And like I said, they're fully registered and comply with all the food standards in Australia and New Zealand. And that's really hard to do with these countries because we actually have some of the strictest consumer law in the world. So Valentis has actually worked really, really, really hard to partner with the government in, registering these products for us. So up until this year, we actually only had 7 ways of earning, and our lovely CEO has added an 8th way of earning because apparently 7 is not enough. So I'm just going to quickly touch on all of those. I'm not going to deep dive into them because it's just going to take up a lot of your time. I do have a video on my page, on my IGTV about this, where I actually go through and explain a little bit more in depth. So if you do want to know more in depth, you can watch that. Ask the person who invited you on this call, and they can actually go through it with you and give you valid examples so you can kind of work out the numbers and that kind of thing. So the first way we earn is obviously retail profit, selling and promoting the products, right? So we can earn up to 67% commissions on all of the products that are resold. The second way of earning is the fast start bonus. So this is when you introduce a new rep or customer who places a product order through your personal website address. You can get up to 200 USD per order. So that works out to be around 280 Australian dollars for one person placing an order, right? That's pretty insane. But the legacy bonus is one of my favorites. It's what makes Valentis really, really special. And I'll kind of go over that a few slides down because it's really important. It's one of the main ways we get paid. So when you enroll people into the business that want to build a business as well, and they're not just in it for the products, you're going to be paid out $100 USD for your first 3. And on your 4th one onwards, you're going to start getting 200 USD for each business builder. Now, on your 4th one, say they bring in someone to the business and they want to start building and mentoring someone, you're actually going to get paid for their first 3. And then those person's first 3, so on and so on and so on and so on. Infinity levels down and infinity levels across. So that's some insane earnings that is like unheard of with some other companies. We also have dual team commissions. So these are binary cycles. If you're not with a company that pays you on binary cycles or some form of dual team commissions, then you're missing out on a whole lot of money. So these are paid out when your team and customers are placing product orders and it generates points. You're paid out on what those points are worth to a certain degree. So this way of earning, it can actually generate up to $100,000 USD weekly. Insane. We also have a check matching bonus. So you'll be paid out a percentage of what everyone on your team that you personally helped with the business earns. So up to 7 generations deep and at most 10%. So, Natalie's one of the girls I've mentored in the business. So, if she gets a big paycheck, I get a little chunk of what she has, brought into the business that week. She's making money. I'm making money. It's a win-win, right? Without me finding Natalie, the company would have not had that business. And that's what we're doing, right? Like, it's kind of like, yeah, without me, Natalie wouldn't have been brought into the business and so on and so forth. So you're getting a little piece of that pie every time that someone you have mentored is doing something. So that's a really great way we earn as well. We also have the global enrollment pool. So that's when you bring in 3 business builders in a calendar month, and you're going to get 1% as a bonus at the end of the month of the company's earnings that month, which is insane. So you get a nice little bonus check. That's our monthly way of earning. And you're also going to be getting paid this year, the global bonus profits pool, which is pretty insane. We've been crunching some numbers. Basically, this is going to generate like points based on a point system for the work you're already doing to build your business. You're just going to get points for this stuff. 10 points equals 1 share of the company's global profits at the end of the year. 1 share, we were crunching some numbers, could be around $5,000 to $7,000, maybe even more. So imagine just doing the work you're already going to be doing in your business, and then next January getting paid out a bonus check of $5,000 just for doing stuff you would have done anyways. That's how generous this company is. It's seriously, and that's like only 1 share. Like we were crunching numbers, like imagine if you got 10 shares or 20 shares, like that's thousands of dollars that this company is just giving to you for you doing work you're already doing. Pretty insane. I'm just going to touch on the Powerline system as well. So when you pre-enroll and you place, you sign up with your details, the person that enrolls you and sponsors you into the company teaches you how to do that, you're going to get a free temporary position in what's called our Powerline. So the system automatically places people under you. And when you place your order, your first product order, you're actually going to be earning off of all those people that the system placed under you, whether you introduce them to the business or not. Whether your upline did it, whether your sideline did it, it just depends on when you actually place your order and sign up. It's based on a timeline, right? So pretty insane because a lot of companies don't work that way. Again, I'm quickly just touching on things. If you want to deep dive more and you have more questions, reach out to the person that you are speaking with because they'll know more about this stuff and can answer any other questions around it. I just want to cover everything so that everyone has all the information and that kind of thing. I'm going to quickly touch again on the legacy bonus because I think it sounds really confusing when you first get introduced to it, but I'm just going to break it down for you guys. So that's you, the little blue guy there. Your first 3 business builders that you get introduced to the business, those little blue guys on the left-hand side, that's your foundation team. You're going to get paid $100 for each of those guys. So 100, 100, 100. On your 4th business builder, you're going to start getting paid 200. So when these little red guys over there, you're getting paid $200 for those front ones. 1, 2, 3, right? Now say Sally, your 4th business builder, signs up 3 business builders herself. She starts building the business. She's a hustler. You're actually going to get paid $100 for each of her 3. And then those persons 3, and then those persons 3, right? And onward and onward and onward. So pretty insane way of earning. After a while, you're just going to get these checks of like people you don't even know, people like peoples of peoples of peoples of peoples of recruits. It's pretty insane. And all for you just doing the work that you once did, right? Okay, I'm just going to go over my story quickly. So I am obviously not Australian. I am from Canada. So I grew up in Vancouver. I moved to Australia to be with my partner when I was 22. So 3 years ago. Yeah, nearly 4 years ago, 3 years ago now. And yeah, I always wanted to have a good job. I always knew I had to do something. I always thought I had to work really hard. I wanted to climb the corporate ladder. Moving overseas is expensive. I had to pay for so much stuff, everything on my own, obviously. Immigration costs, everything to move is expensive in your own city or your own town, let alone like a country across the world that's a 15-hour flight away. So I was left with this pile of debt and I thought I might have to get a really good job. I got a really good corporate job, thought I was doing all the things right. And at the end of the week, every week I would have no money. Like it would literally cripple me. I had no one here, no one to support me. And I had no money. I had no social life because I didn't know anyone. I didn't have the money to go out and try and have a social life because it just was impossible. And so I was on this hamster wheel of like living for the weekends to escape my life. And then like starting all over on Monday, working through the week, hating it, and then escaping on the weekend and then doing the same thing over and over and over again, like a vicious cycle. So I stumbled across this opportunity and I had heard of these types of things before and I was pretty skeptical. I just didn't know if it was for me. I didn't know if I could be this confident and talk to people and that kind of thing. And I just went for it because I had no risk involved. And I wasn't very good at it, but I got used to it. I kept on going. I didn't give up. About 6 months into my journey was the point where I actually started to give it 100% because I actually had no choice. I got stood down from my corporate job. So when I went all in was when my business changed for me. And I started to earn 4-figure weeks. I started to build so many friendships. I would consider some of these girls in the business to be some of my closest friends now. I started to have more of a social life. I started to grow like this self-confidence that I actually never even knew I had, and discovered things about myself that I never even knew existed. And for me, the money is good, but now it's like, it's not even about the money for me. It's like, this is a complete and utter lifestyle level up. And if you're someone that is, you've always felt like you want more for yourself, you want more for the people around you, and you want more for the world, like this has completely changed everything for me. And I know for so many other girls as well. So I think you're hearing this for a reason. And yeah, best thing that ever happened to me. I'm going to quickly go over a few other people in this business. I'm not going to go over Rachel because she's actually going to say a little blurb today, but I will go over Liam Chambers. He is one of our only guys in this industry. And that's something to be said for that, because like our products are not girly products. They're by no means feminine products. Guys can use all these products as well. And guys can do this opportunity. They can work this business. So he saw this opportunity as completely untouched. And now he earns 4-figure weeks. He's going for the diamond promotion. So he's one step away from getting his dream car paid for. His girlfriend actually introduced him to the business. She's actually one of our triple diamond leaders. And he watched her for long enough. And now he was like, it's my turn. So he has just skyrocketed his business in the last, I think it's only been 6 months, 6 to 8 months with Liam. And I think that if I was a male and I was out from the outside watching this, I would jump on this straight away, because like it is just such an untouched opportunity for guys. Hannah Gallagher, our $1 million annual earner. She was previously a makeup artist. She hated the hours, loved what she did, but she just had no free time. She was self-employed. So when she wasn't working, and when you think about a makeup artist, they're doing weddings, they're doing, early mornings, late nights, events, weekends, like all of that jazz. And if she doesn't like take the job, she wasn't making money. So she knew there was another way. She actually had previous experience in another company and just wasn't aligned with them, found Valentis. And now after 3 years, just 3 years, she is $1 million annual earner. Like not even overall, like a million a year. Imagine starting a job and being like, and knowing you had the potential to be a millionaire in 3 years. Like that is actually like, I have goosebumps. So she qualifies every year now for an all expenses paid trip to the Bahamas with spending money and a +1. She gets $2,000 USD for a car of her choice every month. And she's helped over 700 people quit their jobs and do this full time. All right, cool. So what does this type of business take care of for you? Why would you do this over starting something on your own? And the answer to that is you don't have to worry about warehousing. You don't have to worry about, people paying people, accounts, payroll, staff. You don't have to worry about product testing, rules, regulations, laws. All of that stuff is all taken care of you. It's like a business on a silver platter. Here it is, take it, run with it, be yourself, and like watch it work for you. So this is what you get with us. You get personal one-on-one coaching with your mentor, whoever's bringing you into this business. You get access to our private Facebook training groups that have helped develop multiple 6 and 7-figure earners. You get a supportive and motivating community, which I think is one of the best parts of doing this, to be honest. Like our community is next level. You get a made for you system that gets massive results. No other company uses a system like this. And it's really, truly why we have all the success, and our success is loud because of this. You get daily, weekly, monthly, and yearly ways to earn. Like what? You get a chance to qualify for a monthly car bonus check, and you get travel and cash incentives. So like I was saying before, with the Bahamas, at a certain level in the company, that's your incentive trip. You go away to the Bahamas, all expenses paid, first class flights, first class or business class, depending on where you're going from, a +1, and spending money. Like insane. 5-star resort, the whole 9 yards. So if you don't know what residual income is, I didn't before my personal development journey began and my journey with this company began. And I think that I'm just here to educate people on this because I wish I knew about this stuff years ago, right? So what is residual income? Residual income is when you continue to get paid over and over and over again from work you did once, right? So that's what this business does for you. It builds a stream of residual income. So after a couple of years of working, you're just going to keep getting paid from stuff you did years ago, over and over and over and over again, while you sleep, while you travel, while you spend time with family. And finally, I'm sure you're all wondering this, how do we get started? So there's 2 ways to get started with us. There's a free 7-day trial option, completely free, no strings attached. And then there's a option to fast track as well. There's different, obviously, benefits of both. 7-day free trial, your mentor is going to coach you on how to promote and sell the products and collect orders as a pre-order system. You're going to use that money to place your first order and lock in your spot in the company. All of the training, content, everything will be given to you. And obviously it's going to take you 7 days to lock in your position in the power line. And at the end of the 7 days, you'll be left with the instant commission in your bank account. Okay, so a lot of girls have started this way. There's nothing wrong with it. If you have, your budget is $0, we have a $0 option for you, right? The fast track option is a bit different, and it comes with a bit more benefits, obviously, because you're putting that initial investment in. So you'll pre-order in bulk your products like you would on the 7-day trial. It's just you're going to pre-order them, so they're already on their way to you, which means people won't have to wait. You can send them their stuff straight away. You can give out samples to get more interest in the product straight off the bat. Ultimately, you're locking in your position straight away in the power line. So like I was saying, say that I chose to do the 7-day free trial, but Natalie chose to fast track. Natalie's going to lock in her position in the power line. Say in that week that I took to sell all those products and finally place my order, say that 6 or 7 people had been signed up in the power line under Natalie. Natalie's already earning off of all those people. And then when I sign up, I'm going to be way at the bottom and have to wait for more people to be signed up, right? So it's kind of just starting to build that residual stream of income for you as soon as you're locking in that order. So if you have more questions, again, reach out to the person you're speaking to. They can explain that a little bit more, and you can decide what's most beneficial for you at this time. All right, so I'm going to stop screen sharing now, and then we're going to get some gals on. If I know how to do this, I have no idea. Oh, stop. Nice. All righty. So I think, Nat, we will start with you if you're ready.
Sure. Hi, guys. I'll start off with my story. So I've been with Valentis for 8 months now, 8.5 months, something like that. And to say where I began, I'm a single mum of 3. I ran a hair extension business that I wasn't really enjoying at the time. So I was in the midst of whether I was going to go back to school or whether I needed a part-time job. I just needed income. I was struggling. I was only on like government benefit. I barely made it to the next fortnightly payment. My kids suffered. We suffered. We were always literally living off pennies. It was crazy. I always had to say no to my kids. I hated that feeling. I was always struggling to make ends meet and keep a roof over our head. So within the same week that I got a call back from the school that I was going to study at, I had a beautiful message in my inbox from Danica, and she was like, hey, I've got this opportunity, 7 ways of earning. And I was like, what in the world is this? And I had previously had experience from 2 other network marketing companies. So I kind of knew what I was walking into. And I had a look and I was like, oh, 7 ways of earning. Okay. I'm like, all right, tell me straight off about like, what's the products and what's the comp plan? Like, how do I earn? And she told me, and I was just blown away because from the 2 other network marketing companies that I'd been with, like I had never, ever seen anything like this. I was just like blown away. So within the first 10 days, I placed my first Ruby order. So I did start off as a free opportunity. And I placed my Ruby order, and I made an insane amount of profit just off that within 10 days. And to think that I made that off my phone through social media that I use every day is insane. And then I hit another bonus within about 2 weeks after, or within 2-3 weeks of starting. And that's the legacy bonus. So that was me bringing on some team members and gaining another profit from that. Since then, I've been able to literally earn weekly. And to say that it's changed mine and my boys' lives. When I first started, we were in the tiniest apartment, and now we are in a huge 4-bedroom house. My kids have a backyard to play around. My bills are paid on time. We get to go away on weekends. We get to go out for lunch, and I don't have to stress about money, nothing like that. So for us, it is a huge, huge relief on us. And like, I'm so blessed. I did want to kind of touch on a couple of things as well. So we've obviously spoken a bit more about the opportunity. And one thing that I do want to point out is that, we are all unique. We all have our own vibe. We all have our own way of doing things. We all have our own story on why we started this. We are all, I'm looking at you all, I'm like, oh my God, we all have our own story, and that's the beauty of a business. We can all embrace our own personality, our own style. You can be yourself within this business. You can brand yourself the way you want to. You're not like a lot of other companies do use like a cookie cutter effect, you could say, and it's literally clones of each other. And for us, like Danica was saying, our culture and our vibe is so unique and it is so powerful. And that is the reason why, because the company allows us to do things the way that we personally want to. I did want to leave on one more thing, sorry. So I did want to point out as well, because it always hits me and we always do get passionate about this because we do love helping people. And the main thing is, you guys saw, you know, whether you saw our Insta stories or whatever it is, you guys all ask for more information, right? So the way I see it is, you guys all have a why, like why you ask for more information. I know I had a why, and you can either look at this opportunity and you can walk away with it and you can kind of go, right, I've had a look at the opportunity, and you can go back to your why and why you ask for more information and have no change. Or you can take on board the opportunity and look at really why you asked for more information and see the opportunity on how this can change your current struggles and your current circumstances. Because I'm telling you from experience, this has helped me so bloody much. And I know it's helped all of you as well. So really just look into it. Like, it's a free opportunity. You can't go wrong. So I'll leave it on that and I'll pass on to Rach.
Hey guys, so my name is Rachel, for those of you who don't know me. I'm 24, I'm from Melbourne, and I'm a diamond leader with Valentis. And to say this business has changed my life would literally be an understatement. It has done so much for me in so many different ways, like makes me emotional when I think about it, but it truly has changed my life in so many ways. So I'll just share a little bit about like my story and also like why I started. So I was working a normal 9-to-5 job in real estate. This is honestly the only industry I ever saw myself being in. And the moment I realized I was like dreading Mondays and also like waiting for the weekend, I was like, there's something else out there for me. I've always believed that there was something bigger for me, but I just didn't know what. I'd also tried my own brands before. I have tried network marketing briefly in the past. I didn't give it like a long period of time, but I had tried it. And I did fail. And I think that was to do with like my mindset and my confidence and stuff. Like, I've never believed in myself until this business. It's just amazing how much you grow when you surround yourself with like-minded people. I think, like, as the girls were saying, like the community is truly the best part of this. There's so much exciting stuff coming for us, but yeah, it's truly a blessing. Anyways, so I was working this 9-to-5 job and I just wasn't enjoying it. I also was living week to week. I couldn't save. I'm still pretty bad at saving, but it was so much worse. And yeah, I was just living week to week. I couldn't afford anything. I was like, why am I giving away all my time and literally getting nothing back? Like, I couldn't travel. I'm huge on traveling. So if any of you follow me on Instagram, you'll be able to see that I'm obsessed with traveling. And that's something that real estate really restricted to, like most of the people high up in real estate, which I've always seen myself as like a business owner. I never believed in myself though, but I knew I would do it. And anyways, I wanted to progress to like own a real estate business. And I was watching like the owners of the real estate office that I worked in, and like they never really traveled, and their life was like their business, and like they were working Saturdays, late nights, just ridiculous hours. And I'm like, I just don't want that for myself. But anyways, that's why I turned to this opportunity. I found Hannah. She is the girl that was shared before, the $1 million earner. Found her Instagram. Still have no idea how I found her Instagram, by the way. So I do believe that she was in front of me for a reason. I know that for a fact now. But at the time, I was just watching her for ages, and it did take a little bit of convincing. I was so skeptical, and also I was one of the first people to do this in Australia. So I was very scared and very skeptical, but I just went for it anyway. And ever since then, so my confidence has grown so much. I was able to hit promotions like really quickly. So I hit my Ruby promotion within like 4 days, I think it was. I made over $800 from that. And that's literally more than my 9-to-5 job was paying me weekly. And I was like, I literally just posted a couple things on Instagram. Like, how is that even real? So when that happened, I was like, there's so much more to this. Like, I just knew that it was going to be the thing that changed my life. And then I brought on some girls, and they helped me build that momentum. And then I achieved the 5th level in our business, which is one away from the promotion I'm at now. That was a huge achievement that happened within 2 months. I quit my 9-to-5 job within 3 months. I started earning over $2,000 a week some weeks. It was pretty consistent. In business, you can expect that things are up and down. It's very, very normal in any business. But yeah, it was really consistent. I was earning, yeah, like literally what I was going to work for a month for in my 9 to 5 job in just a week in this business. So that's when I decided to quit my job. And then ever since then, I've just achieved more than I can even imagine. So I've had a few 10K months. I've become a 6-figure yearly earner. I have a team of over 500 girls in Australia and New Zealand. Met the best girls in the world. Like, I literally love so many of my team members. Like, yeah, they're just amazing. But yeah, and I hit diamond in 7 months, and that comes with the car plan as well. So I now get my car paid for by the CEO. So yeah, to have all that success within just a year, it's pretty unheard of in network marketing, but our success, yeah, just speaks for itself. Like 700 people in just one team that have quit their jobs. Yeah, this opportunity is truly life-changing. But yeah, I'll leave it there. But just to, I guess, end on a positive note, if you are like scared, I guess, of doing something like this, just know like everyone was so scared. And do the things that scare you, because that's where you're going to find the most success. Like, if I had have just let my fear get in the way, I would have still been in that old job, still dreading like Mondays and just feeling like unfulfilled. And yeah, I wouldn't be able to travel as much. But just so much stuff has changed. So yeah, just go for the things that scare you. And yeah, thank you guys for listening.
Yay. Thank you so much, ladies, for coming on. And thanks so much for everyone for your time tonight. We really appreciate it. I'm going to leave it there. Please reach out to the person that invited you on. Ask them any questions you're confused about. I have recorded this, so I'll be uploading it to YouTube right now, and we will be sending it out to anyone that has missed the call. So thank you so much. Everyone have a great rest of your Sunday night.